I think that a lot of the ownership is going to consolidate at the top. Kyler Murray is, in my opinion, going to be the highest owned, and Josh Allen will be right in that mix too. The way that Allen projects in terms of pass volume, in terms of passes down the field, explosive plays, it's going to be hard to get away from him, especially if you're looking at projections.
Yeah, I think these quarterbacks at the top are obviously good plays, but I would disagree with you. I don't think Kyler Murray is going to be the highest owned quarterback. I don't even think he's going to be top three personally. I think Josh Allen will have some ownership just because of the passing volume, and then Diggs is obviously a good play as well. So people are going to stack them up. But with Team Jammerman this week, how we just mentioned for the running backs, I don't think people are going to pay up at quarterback. I think this is a pay down at quarterback week, and I think the best option is Jalen Hurts, who I personally believe is going to be the highest owned quarterback. You get the same ceiling and the same upside with Jalen Hurts as you do with Kyler Murray and Josh Allen at the top, but you're getting, a $1,200 discount. He was chalk last year when he started and went off for 40 points against Arizona, and that's the ceiling with Jalen Hurts, especially with his ability to run the football. He averaged 11 and a half rushing attempts in his 4 starts last year for 68 rushing yards per game. So this is a guy with an extremely high floor, an extremely high ceiling, and he's 6,400, and I think everybody is going to pounce on that. So I respectfully disagree with your take that the guys at the top are going to be chalk, because I don't believe that at all.
And I know that we're on different pages with this, not in that Jalen Hurts is a
No,
bad play, because I think he's
a
a
great
phenomenal
play.
play.
He's the best
but
play on the board.
I think that people are going to be skeptical of him. I think maybe it would be a different scenario if this was week 10, week 11, but with the highest percentage of casual players that we're probably going to have all year, as is always the case in week 1, I think the general consensus is that Jalen Hurts isn't good. And I think a lot of casual players are going to lean away from Jalen Hurts, especially when you can play somebody like Ryan Tannehill for 100 more. The Titans have the second highest implied team total on the slate. The Eagles have a very middling team total, 22.5. So I think people could shy away from him. People could shy away from him thinking he's just real life not good. And, there's going to be a lot of hype around this game, in particular, the Tennessee Titans and Cardinals game. I think both of those quarterbacks are going to carry a decent amount of ownership. And just with Tannehill being directly next to Jalen Hurts in pricing, I think we'll shift a little bit of ownership away from him. We'll see how it plays out. I know both of us are going to have a lot of exposure to Hurts. Again, I don't think he's a bad play. I'm just not sure how many people are going to be ready to jump on Jalen Hurts right now.
I mean, that's a fair point, but we didn't know if he was good last year, and like I said, he was chalk in the games that he started just because he was underpriced. And for me, it's more so just the optimal roster construction and what these tout sites are going to spit out for their optimizers. And what they're going to spit out is play 2 top-tier running backs in CMC in Cook or Kamara. So you're going to have to save money at a couple of spots. And I think quarterback, in terms of optimizers, is going to be one of the spots where the salary will be saved, as well as wide receiver, which we'll get into in a bit. So that's why I think Jalen Hurts is going to be one of, if not the highest owned quarterback in cash games. Obviously, for tournaments, he should carry decent ownership, but maybe not the most. And then I think there's some guys at the bottom too that project really well for cash games. We have Sam Darnold, who's 5,000 at home against the Jets, who might have the worst secondary in the NFL at this point, and he's got elite weapons to throw to. And then, people might go back to 2015 DFS and play Mac Jones at 4,400, who might get you 20 points, and he's 4K. He's 4.4K, and I think optimizers might spit him out too, especially if you're paying up. So